Oh, chat's open.
Chat is very much alive.
It's alive.
It's alive. This is the time of year for spooky, scary
So, Hermes Ninja, welcome in.
stuff.
Milo's... because you're the host, you could cause a lot of trouble here. You're messaging as me.
Am I?
When you said evening, it came up saying Vassafal.
It says Pogo Milo UK on my... It's because we're both on the host thing. That's why.
Oh, so you can see your name, I can see my name. What do you see, Sue, in the stream?
Pillock.
In the chat.
Sue sees carnage. Sue sees a split personality, a pair of Vassas.
Host, a.k.a. Cretin.
I can't see either of you chatted yet. Oh, Sue can't see either of us replied yet.
Well, that's fantastic.
That's concerning.
Riverside Studio is one-sided.
Well, to be fair, we shouldn't both be logged in on the same.
Don't want the Incensed podcast auditors turning up. That could get messy.
Okay, I'm gonna now say hello, Sue.
What's this trying to test?
Hello, Sue.
I am now writing
I've just
something.
typed hello and nothing came up.
Yeah, that's what happened to me, I think.
So you've hijacked it then.
Whoever gets in first, I think, has priority, because I've noticed I tried to reply to
I was
things
in
over the
first,
last
though.
couple of weeks. No, who's ever activated in the chat first?
Oh, okay.
Because I've noticed when Ian has replied in the chat to people, and I've typed something else, my message never ever shows.
So you've hijacked the chat. That's fine, mate. That's fine. Cool. Kerry, welcome in. So we've got two in, which is Kerry and Sue.
I posted something and it disappeared as well.
Okay. So
Mark, you're going to have to be our fingers for this one.
And I have control of the live stream chat.
The chat is yours.
Right, let's get into the show. Let's do it.
Yeah. Tonight on episode 194, Ian has had a shiny bird for a little while. Milo might now have a shiny bird. And I have control. I've already said that. I don't have one. Okay, I don't have a shiny bird. No doubt from the...
But you are wearing a blue jersey to match our shiny birds.
I am. But yes, we are here. It is Incensed podcast. I'm joined with Ian Vassafal, Ian Waterfall, and Pogo Milo Uck, as I always say. Ook. Boys, how are we doing? I'm happy because I've realised this episode drops on the 27th. Yes, it's happened. Oh. So that's
there
nice.
You go.
That's nice.
Mark's episode on the 27th. It was
almost
say
that was planned
to be.
Mark, I do have some good news.
Ooh.
What?
Immediately after Whitfield got his shiny Articuno, I got a text from him saying, "Dude, we're doing a lucky trade for these two."
I heard him say something like that on a certain vlog, yeah. First thing that came out of it was, Vassafal, we're doing a lucky reroll. And I went, hold on here. Ian's pretty good stats on his. He might not want to.
Mine's okay, but it could be better. It's okay. Mine's okay, but it could be better.
Mine couldn't be much worse, frankly. That's why the thought
so yours could
immediately
only
went
go
through
up,
my
mine
head.
could, quite easily go down.
Well, it is ironic that you've both got the same one, the blue bird.
It's the best of the three, though.
It is. It's nice that Team Valor diehards almost recognise that the Articuno is the best design of the three. But I would agree with you.
It really is, yeah.
To be fair, it's interesting you say that because I actually love Galarian Moltres the most out of the three. So maybe that's a
So we all need to swap team.
Yeah. So Mark needs to ship to Team Valor, and I can't even bring myself to say it. Whitfield.
You guys would so do that to me, though, wouldn't you? I'd go, guys, I've joined you after all this time. You go,
no, I don't have 1,000 Pokecoins
hang on,
to buy.
He's already got a medallion set there waiting to use that.
I have.
He bought last
sat there
year.
for 2 years.
That's been in the waiting, hasn't it?
It has been in the waiting. Sue, don't do it, Sue. If I come over to Valor, stay Valor. Don't have you lot jumping onto the Blue Islands because I've left it.
Sue defected to Valor last year, so you could join us. Come join the dark side.
Maybe. I am the unofficial.
Do it.
I am the self-proclaimed leader. No, I'm not. That's someone else's remit.
I am the UK leader.
Mystic 27.
Yeah, I am Mystic 27.
I think we've made that joke before, actually.
I think we
well.
have.
Well, why not again? Because it is the 27th as you are listening to this, the
Damn
day
right.
it's released. Yeah, good. Well done, boys. And Maybe I'll get one. I just use the daily incense. That'd be a good start, wouldn't it? So
might help you encounter one.
It might not guarantee you it, but it might help you.
Potentially.
Well, there we go, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. This one is going to be a blast. We certainly aim for it to be highly entertaining. That goes with our remit. And the goat agrees.
The goat is really active tonight.
Yeah, refreshing. If you need to get a bit of natural energy down you, go check out our goat. Goat energy drinks for all your hydration needs, your hydrational needs. I don't even know if that's a word.
Do energy drinks hydrate you? I think they do the opposite, don't they?
The goat has mysterious powers, Ian.
I don't think the goat's wilted and withered like a prune.
It's not like a Red Bull, Ian. It hasn't.
Actually, makes you look like a shrunken head. That's not a very good advertising thing.
No, they don't want that. That's not good. Let's stay away.
Compared to Red Bull, they do taste pretty good.
That is for you lot to decide. Do it. Go check them out.
Do it.
So, everyone, you listen to the show now, so we would like you to throw down your incenses, please.
Oi, you sleepy sailors, it's time to drop your incense.
Do that. It is the only way that we can have your attention whilst you're playing the game, that valuable time that you commit to it. So put us on, listen to the show, and hopefully you will get some luck. And we do have a platform for people who do get lucky whilst playing the game and listening to our show.
I wonder where he's going with that.
Oi. Nice. Wow, that was nice. Yes, we've got the world famous hashtag available for you all to use if you find yourself in that situation. That is the hashtag Shinies of the Week.
Could you please clarify that spelling for me, please?
Anything for you, JT? That is SHINIESOFTHEWEEK.
Shiny friend.
And that will help us find your posts across our social media platforms. Yes, primarily use X for those, but you can use Fred's Instagram, Discord, Campfire. We will find it if you use that tag.
Or at us. Or at us.
Or at us. Point at us. Will do something to us, but...
Hurl a pigeon at us.
Hurl a pigeon at us.
Or a potato.
Let's do that. But that isn't the only way our listeners can contact us, is it, Ian? I think we've got... have we got some other ways?
Yes, there are other ways. You can push the send us a text button on your podcast platform of choice. You can send us an email at contact@incensedpodcast.com, or you can use our WhatsApp message to send us either your Shine of the Week or a voicemail to +44 759 269 5696.
Noise.
Wow, there we go. Well, we're not going to say too much more now. We're going to get straight into the show. So let's do it, boys. Let's jump into that Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go.
Pokemon Go.
Pokemon. Goodness.
So as we start tonight's show, we had an event last weekend. I thought it was actually on the Sunday. The boys corrected me. It was in fact Saturday.
Just in time.
Where it was important that you reminded me of that. Otherwise, it would have probably ended in chaos. But we had a timed research day, which is probably my second favourite event on the calendar behind a raid day. And Yamask and Galarian Yamask were both available. Last time we had a dual research day was Stunfisk, wasn't it, I believe? Was it Stunfisk?
Dual form, I think. Yeah, you're right.
Might have been. Well, for this one, I needed one of the forms as well, so that had something to play for. But yeah, Saturday the 19th of October, between 2 and 5, saw us have a research day. You could argue you're probably a little more limited in rural areas, but the odds are boosted, which means if you can't have that many checks, there's still a good chance you're going to get something.
Nice.
I needed the Galarian Yamask. It was the one that I needed the second one of. I think it was actually this time last year I got the first one around the Halloweenish event. It made me work for it, like these events always do. I mean, I seem to get quite a few of the normal, as I kept calling it, the standard Yamask. That seemed to shine
standard Yamask, you're
right.
right.
Yeah, people go, oh, the Unaven one, but it's just a standard one, isn't it?
Standard one, exactly. So that one kept shining for me, which was
noise.
Which was nice. But for the first research day, didn't get a shiny from the research. So when we had Persimmon and
Rangaroo. Yeah.
That was the dual form. That was the last one, wasn't it?
Well, I think you're safe on that one because they're not dual forms. They're rival
two
Pokemon.
Separate.
Rival.
Yeah. They are a pair, but they're not the same form, so you're safe.
We're saved. But yeah, with that one, they seem boosted in the research ticket. 16 encounters on both sides with the one at the end included. This time around, didn't get one in either. So I was, I'm going to have to do this the hard way now. And it was the hard way. It was through the tasks, which I had the shiny luck. But yeah, in short, got the shiny Galarian Yamask right at the end, which is always the way. Didn't get anything Shundo-ish, which was a bit of a disappointment following last week. So lightning did not strike at the same place twice. Go on. Who wants to go next on this one? Ian, come on.
Yeah, why not?
How did you do?
Whilst Whitfield tries to tame that wild beast that's making a noise in the background,
Steady
I will
on.
jump in next.
Steady on.
We're audio only this week. Don't let the imagination of them go wild.
I'm sure Francesco can come up with some
Hashtag go
artwork.
wild.
So yeah, it was an interesting research day because I went into this one, as I have done with a few of them, not needing either shiny, but I did want better ones than I'd already got. So time-wise, I was very restricted for this one because I did have prior commitments, so I could only play for an hour and a half, approximately. It's one of those things, when you've got things that you need to do and you've got things that you committed to, other things have to take a back seat. So I went out, I played it for 90 minutes, did my research task encounters, and overall, I came out with a healthy number. I came out with 7 shiny Yamask. 5 of them were the Galarian form. 2 were the original, as Mark puts it, form. And I did get
The OG.
1 OG, yes, Whitfield, and 2 Galarian from the field research. So the gifted ticket worked out a treat. I got some okay ones, but I didn't get time to do my evolution of the Galarian form, purely because there was no way I was doing 10 raids during the research day. It was inoffensive. I enjoyed it. I really didn't feel that I'd missed out by not playing the whole thing, because let's face it, I've seen people say, oh yeah, I got like 20, 25 of them. Who needs that many? You don't. You really don't. So I didn't feel I missed out. I got 2
Somebody building a Galarian Yamask army, Ian.
I got 2. I got 2 event spawns actually, which were shiny. I got the shield on, which I believe Mark also got.
Oh yeah, shiny shield on, yeah.
The shiny Ziggy
friends.
as well, which was actually quite nice to get some event spawns, because nothing ever spawns from the wild spawns for me during these events. But you know what? It was, I'm going to use Kyle's phrase from GoCast. Okay.
Well, he's coined that singular word, has he?
I think
That's
he has.
his.
It's like copyright.
Copyright. Anybody else? The word they use. Okay. Oh no. We have to pay him a check now.
Yes.
So to round out this research day, I love research days. They're amongst my favorite events to play. You've got lovely shiny boosts. If you live in an area with lots of Pokestops, they're fantastic. And as I said to somebody at the time, the paid ticket stuff that you get recently for these research days is amazing. There's nothing really much better than just getting a huge
encounters.
16 encounters of each one, so you're highly likely to get a shiny from it. That definitely don't mind paying, what was it, $2 to get
$2, yeah.
all of those encounters, which was lovely. Now, I didn't need any shiny form, as it were, but theoretically I needed a Galarian Yamask Hundo for the collection. But as you know,
I only needed the Hundo.
as I'm just about to clarify, the likelihood of getting a Hundo is, again, quite slim. You just got to try your luck. I think I ended up getting 188 research tasks done, including the paid ticket.
Oh,
Of course you did.
Sorry.
That's way below my average.
No, don't say that like you're proud with it. 188. How do you do 188?
There are a lot of stops around there. It's
I
quite-
know.
quite
you
dense
guys was
area.
like, well, Papa, there's lots of stops.
There's only 180 minutes in the day, so you're doing more
But
than
Mark,
one.
you played it for about an hour. I played it for an hour and a half. Milo will have played it for
3
180
hours.
minutes, yes.
Yeah, I did
180
the full
minutes.
event. I did the full event. I love to do the full. When it's a 3-hour event, it's like, right, shiny boost, I'm going to give it a go.
Yeah.
As Ian said, the wild encounters, I came away with 6 Galarian Zigzagoon, and it felt like the community day we had in Chester again. I was just clicking them and it was coming
It
off
would
the
have felt like
daily
that for
incense.
me if I actually didn't have any signal.
Oh,
Yes,
yes.
yeah.
Sorry. So this was actually like you reliving a better
I got one.
community day.
I got one. I got probably like a tenth of what I got in Chester.
You were like, this is what I should have got.
This This is what you could have won.
over 2 years ago. But I really enjoyed the wild spawns. Like, they weren't crazy overbearing. You still had a few other bits and pieces spawning in, but it was majority. It was like the 4 or 5 Pokemon featured. And yeah, Galarian Zigzagoon is a perma boosted shiny. So if you're clicking on all of them, you're going to get a shiny of it. Don't mind it at all. Love the shiny, top tier. I can't remember how far into the day, but it was probably like 30 research tasks in. Saw the OG, the original Yamask, sparkle with its lovely silver face.
Yeah.
And the magical number 420 was then above it. So, like Marky, for the Marwar Raid Day, pulled in a Shundo from...
So was it your Shundo, Milo?
It was my Shundo.
Lovely. Oh,
which,
mate.
honestly, is the first ever Shundo from Field Research after, 8.5 years of doing this game. Cool. Nice.
So you both did better than my bloody Chinchou.
I wouldn't call Unovan Yamask much better than Chinchu.
I got,
to be
honest. Yeah,
it's better shiny.
Yeah. I had a Shundo Shieldon off the... Do you remember when Cranidos and Shieldon had their...
They had a research day, yes.
Yeah, I got a Shundo off that, which was amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely loved it.
Because you see the sparkles first and then you see the number. It's like, oh, damn. Yes, that's amazing. Not too long afterwards, he'll probably have posted it for Shinies of the Week, but Nakeem Brown, friend of the podcast and local player here, got the Galarian Yamask Shundo from Research. That's amazing. It's so good. The vibes were good.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Can I use it in my thumbnail? Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
No, actually, to be fair, no, because he used something totally different in his thumbnail. Yeah, he used something way better than a shiny Yamask in his thumbnail.
I'll eventually get to... Let's just say that, honestly, this Saturday, the game day, was one of the best days playing Pokemon Go I've had in a very, very long time.
Although I will say this now, if I do not get a Shundo on the next Research Day, Community Day, or event, then I'm not happy, since you both got one in 2 consecutive weeks.
Well, Ian, if you don't, I'll be very disappointed as well, because it feels like it should be a hat trick then, definitely.
Well, if we're going by the law of time, Ian Shundo should be a Gigantamax.
Oh, yeah.
This weekend.
Well, yeah, that's assuming I can find 40 players.
Yeah.
No, you only need to find 39 in.
Oh, sorry.
You count as one. You count as one. Or maybe you have to wait for Mankey.
Mankini.
Fantastic.
Oh, should we walk around Cologne in Mankinis?
Mankinis for Mankey. For Mankey, a green Mankini.
I love that.
Shiny.
That is our
Mankini
notice.
Community Day.
That's our notice to everybody listening. You've just announced that we're going to Cologne for the Com Day by saying, let's wear Mankinis. It's November in Germany, Ian.
It's November in the UK as well.
It's not going. Yeah, sorry. It's the
I'm
same
sure
month.
Borat wore it in somewhere cold.
Yeah, Kazakhstan, wasn't it?
Yeah, he probably got paid a lot of money to do so, to be honest. We're spending our money to go to Germany.
Very nice. Very nice.
Where do we go from there? Should we just end the show?
I think that's it. We'll see you next week.
That's it. We're done. Yeah, fantastic. Getting back to the research day, to total up with Ian, I got, 12 Galarian Yamask shinies and 10 Unovan shinies. So the split wasn't too far off.
See, mine was quite skewed towards Galarian, but yours was more
Mine was
even,
much more
and
even.
Mark's was completely the other way.
Yeah, I think I got 7 normal ones and 1 Galarian. I think it was 7 and 1.
Jeez, that's really skewed. That's the nature of the beast of RNG.
The one you need is the one that you're likely not going to get many of.
Well, funny you mention that. The thing I needed, I didn't get.
I got it.
The Galarian Yamask, wanted the hundo of it and got lots and lots of 419, really close.
Well, 19's not bad. You can't complain at that.
You can, because it's not a hundo.
Because last year, Ian, when we had the research last for all the Yamasks, I got 2 hundo Galarian Yamasks on that stack. 2 of them at 420.
That's it. I never got it. And even trading all of them afterwards, still don't have it. So it's a bit of a chasing some eggs, perhaps, later.
If that floats your boat.
It floats many boats. They might be dinghies or canoes, but they get floated by such a thing. But to top off the day, as Marky said in the intro, the Galarian Articuno decided to sparkle on this day, which was just ridiculous. And exactly the same reaction sort of as Ian. You think, oh my God, this has actually happened and it's here and it was
How long
hype.
did it take you to get yours?
Not too long, only about 3 minutes of solidly throwing
so
great
yours was
balls
quite
at
an
it.
easy catch then. Yeah, you wasn't
Yeah, and I
battling
caught
as
it with a
much.
really terrible throw at the end.
So did I. Yeah, so did I.
Yeah.
The good throw
Which wasn't a red ball,
nothing.
Milo.
A blue ball.
Yeah, I caught mine.
Blue
for
ball for a blue
Ooh,
shiny.
Jinx.
Blue balls.
Blue ball, blue bird, blue ball.
More blue balls. It had to be done. Blue shiny into the blue ball, and I was determined to get it in that one. I don't know how many balls I threw at it. I think it might have been like 15 maybe. It wasn't too bad, but honestly, that day was just insane. Like, there's a whole encapsulation of Pokemon Go. It was a wild one. So, scores out of 10.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, I think again, research day. If you need something from it, that's a little bonus, and I did. So that gave it a little bit of play. A bit like you, Ian. I didn't have time to play it for 3 hours. I sound like a broken record when it comes to this, but even if I needed everything on it, I wouldn't have been able to have done the 3 hours. But gave it a good hour and a half. So that was good fun, and I think that's more than enough time when you're soloing these events.
Way more than enough time than it needed.
Way more than enough time. So I got what I needed. So very happy with that. Got the Galarian shiny Yamask right at the end. I love these events. You know, for me, it's a solid 7, absolutely. And let's hope we get a few more.
7.
I'll say, Mark, that it proves that you and I are becoming proper YouTubers because Milo plays it like a player. We play it like someone that just does what we have to do.
Yes, exactly. Milo got all 188 encounters, and he probably put
it's 1 a minute.
It's more than 1 a minute.
It's more
That's
than
what
1 a minute.
I mean.
It's like 1 point. Yeah, it's more than 1 a minute.
And it took 3 minutes to catch a Galarian Articuno, but that's probably outside of the was that during it?
That was in the research day.
That's ridiculous. You got 188 and 177 minutes of playing.
I work fast.
I've heard.
We've heard.
Nice.
So, yeah, I'm going to keep this one quite simple. I do love a research day. This one didn't really do anything to excite me. I wasn't too over the top. It's a nice pair of shinies, but I didn't need anything from it. I wasn't that excited by it. I'm giving this a 6.
Nice.
A bit overzealous there. I have to pull the card that Marky pulled for Marwell Raid Day.
Yeah?
I possibly even have to go further than that because of the G-Bird.
11. I'll give it 11.
It's 11 out of 10. Because, in all honesty, when this was announced, I was like, okay, like, honestly, don't really mind. A research day is always a really fun event. Yamask is kind of a good choice for Pokemon. Galar, Max Out fits the theme, and their ghost types for this month. Perfect fit, really. Then, yeah, Shundo, you can't do better than that. And
you did.
Galarian Shiny Bird. It's just wild. So, yeah, it's a solid 11.1 out of 10 for me.
There we go.
This one goes to 11.
All I'm going to say, Ian, I'm dreading when you guys review Mankey Community Day. What if you get to shiny Galarian Bird in flipping Cologne?
In a Mankini.
In a Mankini with your blue balls on.
Put it one way, there will be a lot of Roar of Time drop that day, I guarantee.
We're just going to have a wide shot of the cathedral and just lots of pigeons flying away into the distance with a sound.
Be like a Final Destination 2 moment where he runs out of all the pigeons and then the pane of glass lands on him. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, my goodness me. What a way to go.
What a way to go. Well, there we go. Some good scores there. 7, a 6, and an unprecedented 11.1 out of 10. Who would have thought? We thought the 10
Not
out
me
of 10.
a week ago, that's for damn sure.
We all know that the Galarian Bird adds a 1.1 onto a 10 if there's a Shundo caught on.
It's got a multiplier, yeah.
It's got a multiplier on it.
Not
Absolutely.
a very good multiplier, actually. Shall I change my score?
No. Anyway, we are going to go to it's a staple part of the show. We'll have it relatively early on tonight's listen, but we are going to go straight into the Getting to Know You section.
And now, children, it's time for Getting to Know You with the Incensed podcast.
Yeah, I thought let's keep it Pokemon Go related or Pokemon related. I thought, how dare we do this for a few weeks?
I said that to Whitfield. I'm like, how dare he write a Pokemon question?
I want to see how much traction this is going to get.
Oh, that's what I'm hoping.
That was my philosophy too.
That's what I'm hoping. So I know we have had sort of similar discussions about this before, but I'm going to be brutal now. Right, we've got the power to get rid of a Pokemon. like almost make a public event of getting rid of it, saying, do you know what? We've acknowledged that this Pokemon is horrific.
Lead it to the gallows.
We can lead it to the gallows and remove
Can we
it.
say
But
that?
it will always
No, we can't really, can we?
We'll do whatever we need to do to get rid of it. But the bottom line is it has existed, and it will always then be a shadow in future references to it. It will never be mentioned again.
The Pokemon that must not be named.
It shall not be named. We're not going to retire the Pokedex number for it being amazing. We're going to get rid of it and leave a little shadow of it so people can remember how awful it was. So that is the plan. Nice. So if you could get rid of one Pokemon, which would it be? And why would you get rid of it?
Oh, so a permanent removal from the
I'm
Pokemon
hoping you don't pick mine,
universe.
but you
almost like, what's they call it? Is it redacted, isn't it? Where you
So redacted. So it just has a rectangle.
like shot it out, yeah.
It's like literally obvious it was there.
Well, it's a really rushed job, so you just get a marker pen and yeah, like you said, scribble it out.
Comments in the live chat are, this is brutal. Yes, it is. It's
very
going.
brutal.
It is going.
Going forever.
Ian, come on. I'm going to let you take this off.
I was scrolling through the Pokédex trying to figure out, and I said to Milo, actually, off recording, like, every Pokemon kind of, whether we like it or not, kind of deserves to be there. But there's one that just jars me. And we've talked about it a lot over the years on this show.
Nice.
And the Pokemon that I would love to see the back of, in fact, the whole evolution chain I'd love to see the back of, is Solosis.
Oh, it's a very good pick, I think.
It doesn't seem to serve any purpose. It just looks wrong and shouldn't be in a kid's game.
I mean, to be fair, we've always coined it on this show as the translucent testicle.
Yes. Yeah.
So are you going Solosis, Ian? So Solosis is the one.
I mean, I would go all three, but of the three, Solosis is the first evolution. So without that, it can't evolve into the others.
Yeah.
So
Now, I had this.
Remove one. And you get rid of all of them.
Because I had this for Ian's one, because he's mentioned his distaste for it before.
Beware.
Oh, yeah, Beware is another one that just doesn't look right, but yeah.
But interesting. Okay, so Solosis, a translucent testicle, this is up for debate now. Only one of these can go. But Ian has put his one in there.
We can't read out what Sue's just written, but it is very amusing. This is a really tricky question, actually.
It is.
Because there are certain Pokemon that I strongly dislike because of various things in Pokemon Go. Either they're completely useless or they're a Solosis to catch, shall we say. Apom immediately comes to mind, and that was potentially going to be my pick. It has a lovely shiny. It's a very lovely shiny family, so for that reason, I would potentially keep it. So I am actually going to submit a legendary Pokemon.
Ooh, okay.
I would happily bin Tornadus.
So is this in place of Apom now? Is it, Milo? Is this Tornado?
Oh yeah, no. Apom was an option. I was thinking like that was my first thought.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, mate. Yeah.
This is the one I'll happily get rid of because the shiny isn't that good, and
it is a tough one because
annoying.
I kind of went for one that I feel is totally redundant, whereas you went for one that you physically don't like the look of.
No, I don't like the designs of it, and also in Pokemon Go, it's pretty useless. And Pokemon Go is kind of the only experience with the games I've had. Mm-hmm. It's just one of those Pokemon I just don't vibe with it, really. I'm not excited to say, let's go and chase shiny Tornadus. Great.
I'm sure that's exactly how the conversation goes between you and Francesco.
After hours.
I'm going to leave it alone.
In fact, next year, if we have a Go Fest in the Midwest, I think you and I should chase some Tornaduses.
Okay. You crack on, sir.
Just need to rent an SUV and four-wheeler and go.
So we've got some
other... broke back.
So Francesco's in the chat has gone Typhlosion after the recent leak at Game Freak. Laugh out loud.
Yeah, I can understand that.
And Sue's one I kind of agree with, and I kind of I love it as well. Spinder, yeah, it's kind of pointless. The shiny looks nauseated. Yeah, I think you're right there. To be fair,
see, I thought Spinder looks a bit like Milo.
Again, Ian needs a serious eye test.
I'm bringing it back, baby. I'm bringing it back.
You one if you really need. I know where you live.
Now you mentioned it, Ian. So, great choices, I think. Solosis and Tornadus, absolutely.
What's Marky picking? What are you going with?
So, there's a few Pokemon, a bit like Ian said, a bit like you've said, Bilo, which just don't do it for me. And I don't quite know what that really means when you read it out loud. But I don't think a shiny should play a part in this, my opinion, because it's the fact it's an awful design, full stop. So that can be loads of things: what it looks like, how it plays in the game. To be fair, the question's open for interpretation, so you can just get rid of a Pokemon. So the Pokemon I'm going to get rid of is actually a recent addition to Pokemon Go. It came out probably about 18 months ago, just randomly dropped into an event. And it has got...
Stuffle.
And it's got a horrific shiny, actually, but that isn't the reason why. I just don't like its design. And there's a lot of fish Pokemon in the game. And
oh, no, he's not going to say Tynamo, is he?
No. Tynamo's...
It's not really a fish.
No. But Sue's hit the nail on the head there. I cannot stand Bruxish. I hate it. I think it looks horrific.
That's a good call.
It's an awful looking fish. I mean, it's got a Mick Jagger vibe to it, maybe.
Nice.
It's just horrific. I mean...
But it does look like a fish, though.
Yeah, I just don't like it, Ian.
A fish has been in a horrendous accident.
Yeah, and it's horrible. I think Magikarp, yeah, Phoebus, yeah. I might even go as far as yeah, exactly, yeah. Something's okay. Yeah, I don't like it. Bruxish is a horrible design, in my opinion. That's all that matters. I just don't like it. So, yeah, my choice is Bruxish. I think we'll have to see what our lovely listeners think about this one. And, yeah.
It's going to be interesting, actually.
It is. So we're going to go Solosis, Tornadus, and Bruxish.
You're going to put Pikachu in as a fourth option.
Pikachu
with a witch hat.
Pikachu with no hat.
No hat at all.
Pikachu. Well, fourth choice, Dave the Pikachu.
Dave the Pikachu. Bless him. Still wandering around London, Dave the Pikachu is.
Still wandering around London. Well, we'll put that to the vote. At the end of the show, we will reveal who has won. If there is such a winner tonight, might get an equal score across all three and get rid of three of them in one go. That might be a bonus.
Oh, yes. Equal.
Yeah.
But one thing's for certain, whichever one we get rid of, whichever one you vote for, we shall never mention again on the show, unless it features in an event. So,
listening to the Cantor Brothers.
Yeah. Well, we'll let our listeners on X decide which way that goes. But whilst we wait for that, we're going to jump straight into the news.
Is the news.
Oh, yes, we do, boys. And there is a lot to go through on this one. Not only do we have some more spooky costume Pokemon coming up, but November's content update has actually arrived well ahead of time. And I don't know about you boys, I saw the featured Pokemon was immediately let down because Regieleki and Regidrago were there. Why? However...
Elite Raid failure groups, maybe.
It's an exclusive club to be a part of.
I'm a member of it.
However, the Max Battles set for November, it's kind of a wrap-up of what we've had for the last 2 months. We've got the Gen 1 starters, which can be Shynamax, that's Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle, and the ones that can't be Shynamax, the Gen 8 starters, Grookey, Scorbunny, and Sobble.
Yes, and to go along with the newest dynamic in the game, the Max Battles, boys, we've got a new type of mini-event, which will be running on Mondays between 6 p.m. and 7 p.m. local time.
Yay!
Yes, something else to fill that calendar. Max Mondays are going to be starting from the 11th of October. Hashtag Max Monday.
Hashtag
Do you think Billy's going to be happy about that?
Did they consult him?
No, because they've took Max Mondays, not Max Out Mondays. These are Max Mondays. Yeah. And they feature around Max Pokemon. So on the 11th of November, we're going to see Dynamax Charmander in Max Mondays. Okay. On the 18th of November, we're going to see, this one could be good actually, Dynamax Drillbur.
Oh, yes.
In Max Mondays. And then, we kind of go right back to the beginning, back to Pokemon number 1. On the 25th of November, yes, Dynamax Bulbasaur.
Remember the 25th of November.
Back to where it began. Well, and going back to where it began, the 5-star raids kind of have a similar feel to it, or certainly at the beginning anyway.
Oh no.
Oh, yes. So from November the 4th to November the 18th, we have got Lugia coming back to 5-star raids.
Hey.
But Lugia will have its featured attack, which is Aeroblast. So there you go.
This just finding a reason to re-release it. We've said before, it'll come back with a shiny, it'll come back with potentially a raid day or weekend, it'll come back with a featured move and Shadow Shiny. And they keep finding ways to bring Lugia back, but
it's very green. Very eco-recycling.
Still relatively uninteresting, isn't it?
Relatively uninteresting is the highlight there, Ian, but it does get better, fortunately, because between November the 18th and the 27th, we're going to have Dialga and Palkia in their origin forms, both turning back up. And
these are the good forms. These are the forms that you want. We talked about it, I think it was last week. These are the forms that were released for Sinnoh Tour, and they are good.
They are flipping good. And the good news is, between that time period, that's from 10 a.m. on the 18th, right through to 11:59 p.m. on the 24th, they are in race to the 27th, but just make note of that, to the 24th, they will have a chance to have their signature adventure effect moves as well. So there we go. Now, we have 4 Pokemon that are going to be sharing the spotlight.
Dilute that pool. Dilute that
This
pool.
is mental.
So between November the 27th and December the 3rd, we're going to have the following Pokemon appearing. Zacian and Zamazenta will both be returning. Which is cool.
And you still need the shiny, right, for Zacian?
I still need the shiny, and I don't mind these coming back so soon after. So that's nice. And this bit is a bit strange, but they're both in there as well, because we have got Reggie Alecki and Reggie Drago, both not shiny eligible, so but both gate crashing the dog party.
They kind of look like dog toys, don't they? Like chewy things.
They look like chew toys, actually, don't they?
Yeah.
Oh, Zacian Zamazenta, play with your Reggie Leckis and Reggie Dragos. Squeak, squeak, squeak.
Reggie Drago actually is quite good. Reggie Lecky is...
I like that one. It's
Reggie Lecky is okay, but Reggie Drago is okay. But thinking back to when these were in the Elite Raids, they were...
What do you mean when Reggie Drago was broken?
It was that as well. They were bouncing about everywhere. They were tough catchers.
Oh, Reggie Alecki was a nightmare.
Reggie Lecky was literally all over the place.
He had like a nervous disposition about it, didn't it? It was like...
That's all the electric build-up.
Well, to go alongside your 5-star raids, of course, there are mega raids. I feel very odd swapping these parts with you, Marky, but there's a bit of a cluster...
Keeping it fresh, keeping it fresh,
shall we say. So we're going to have 5 megas over the course of November, but there's some mix and match going on. So Mega Manectric makes a return from the 4th to the 11th of November. Then Mega Salamence is from the 11th to the 18th of November. And then we have, I kind of get this because we've got the Go Wild area with electric and poison theming. We've got Mega Beedrill and Mega Ampharos being featured from the 18th to, Marky, the 27th of November.
Ooh,
and
spooky.
then, just to bookend some mediocrity, we have Mega Altaria coming back from the 27th to the 3rd of December. So that cycles through until the next month. And not that anybody is going to be doing any of these, I'm fairly sure, because there's so much better stuff available. But your Shadow Raids are for Suicune.
Bad Milo.
Oh, yeah, Bad Milo. There's nothing wrong with Suicune.
No, I haven't got one yet.
Honest Milo.
Honest Milo.
So moving into the meat and potatoes of what we can expect in November, we're going to look at events. Now, Milo's favourite event of the calendar is going to happen on the 2nd and 3rd of November. Yes, that is the Go Battle weekend. He says he doesn't like those baguettes, but we know that he does. We will be talking about this very soon, but from the 7th to the 12th of November, from 10 a.m. local time through to 8 p.m. local time, we're going to be seeing the Harvest Festival. More on that in a second. November the 10th, Whitfield and Waterfall, or should I say Wasserfall, will be in Deutschland. Yes, we'll be in Köln for this one. Mankey Community there will run 2 to 5 your local time. And then, Simply Groundbreaking is the event that will run from the 15th to the 17th of November. Again, 10 a.m. local time through to 8 p.m. local time. Then, In the lead up to the Wild area, we have the Into the Wild event running from November the 18th through to the 22nd. Now, this one, slight difference. This starts at 1 minute past midnight and will run all the way through until 1 minute to midnight. So 2 solid days. Then, November climaxes with the Pokemon Go Wild Area Global event, the week before having been the Japan Wild Area. This one will run from 10 a.m. your local time through to the slightly strange 6:15 p.m. on each day of the event. And then we get the max out finale on the 27th of November, and that will run through to the 1st of December. Again, 10 a.m. local time through to 8 p.m. your local time.
Strange times there, aren't they, Ian? Very strange finishing times. However, going from slightly strange times to staple parts of the Pokemon Go calendar, we've got spotlight hours, which are still on a Tuesday. So don't panic about that craziness changing.
Goodness me.
Starting at the very beginning, and on November the 5th, we have Surskit with 2 times transfer candy. We've got the brand new shiny, which we might be talking about that later when it comes into the game. But yeah, on November the 12th, we have got SMOLIV with 2 times evolution XP.
Oh, really sorry, Marky.
Community day for it, Marky.
Yeah, that's it. Your community day
week, yeah.
Pokemon straight away is shiny. That's really weird.
So weird. We were talking about it as well. Very, very strange.
Yeah, last week, wasn't it? Yeah.
It was last week, yeah. Mm-hmm. But the good news is the shiny theme continues for the final 3 as well. So Teddy Ursa will be with us on the 19th, a little green Teddy, with 2 times Catch Stardust. Back-to-back 2 times Catch Stardust, which is always nice. Combi will be with us. Oh, it's the same day.
Yeah, it's a twofer. It's a twofer. Yeah,
it's a twofer. Teddy Ursa and Combi, twofer. That's fun.
That's a really weird pairing.
I mean, the only thing I can think of is that bears like honey.
Yeah.
Winnie the
Pooh. For a Winnie the Pooh vibe.
Tie-in event.
Tie-in event. And then at the end of it, I should say, wrapping it all up on the 26th, we have 2 times Catch XP and the tiniest Pokemon in the world, Joltik, with us.
Good luck getting an excellent throw on Joltik. Those are really nice.
It is possible.
Yeah, it is very much possible, definitely. And to finish up November, the raid hours are a bit messy. This is a common theme when it comes to major events and the week leading up to them. So, Lugia, thank goodness, said nobody, is getting 2 raid hours, November the 6th and November the 13th. Of course, raid hours are Wednesdays, 6 to 7 p.m. your local time. Then, this is where things start to get really spicy. November the 19th, overlapping Teddy Ursa and Combi Spotlight Hour, we have Nihilego raid hour. So Nihiligo's back, great Ultra Beast. November the 20th, the very next day, Tapu Koko is coming back as a raid hour boss. And then, boys, it's happening. Origin Form Dialga, November the 21st, gets a raid hour. Of course, can be shiny and can learn its exclusive move, Roar of Time.
I somehow need to figure out how to be able to do that, because I'll be at work, but I do need the shiny.
Good luck, Vasa. And you may need this for the next one as well, because on November the 22nd, of course, Origin Form Palkia is in its own raid hour as well. We were just talking about things coming back to the game not too long ago. Here they are. These exclusive legendaries are in raid hours this, part of November. And then, Marky mentioned there were 4 Pokemon. Those 4 Pokemon, Zacian and Zamazenta, that can be shiny, and Regieleki and Regidrago that cannot be shiny.
That's going to be carnage there on a shared raid hour.
All featured on Mark's favourite day. The 27th of November is Chaos. Chaos raid hour, because there's all 4 of them. So good luck getting what you want on that.
Got a little bit of carnage, haven't we? Got a little bit of carnage.
Yes.
Yeah. There is also a little note at the bottom of the infographic, which you'll possibly have seen by now. Swing by the in-game store to get November's monthly ticket, which, of course, as we know, will be the final Pokecoin bounty.
Yeah. Copy-paste.
Yeah.
We talked about October and September.
Absolutely. So, Ian, what are we thinking then? You lead the way. What do we think?
I'm actually quietly excited about November. It looks like it's got enough to keep OG players happy. It's got enough to keep new players happy. There's so much happening in November. I am a little bit concerned about all of these 6 or 7 p.m. events. Now we've got Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. I've got an awful feeling it's only a matter of time before they'll fill Thursday and Friday out, and then there's going to be a mini event every night. But it looks good. There's a lot to be excited about in November. Mega raids are looking, I would say, slightly on the weaker side. But other than that, there is a lot there. Wild area. We're going to experience the global one. We're going to be in London for this one. And I'm looking forward to that as the last live event of the year.
Last hurrah.
Yes. Would you give it a good nice score if you were going to give it a score out of 10, Ian? What's your hopes?
I'm quietly confident, as I said, about this one. I think this could, if it translates as well as I think it will, I think this could be maybe an 8, maybe even a sort of a 9. But I'm going to go 8 and play it on the conservative side.
Sounds good. I think I follow suit there. But Ian, I think I agree with you pretty much everything you've said then. I do fear that we're going to have like a Fear Friday event that becomes a staple part of the 6 till 7 slot, and maybe a thrilling Thursday event between 6 and 7 p.m. as well. But let us have some days to ourselves, please. But
yeah,
Sundays, yeah.
Sometimes we don't do it. Sometimes events on Sundays.
Yeah, true.
So, agree with you. Looking forward to the big event that we're going to be playing globally down in London. That'll be fun. A very good year. Looks like it's going to pan out with a pretty decent month. So I'm going to share the same level of optimism as you on that, and I think I'm going to give it an 8 from what they've shown so far. Shiny SMOLIV for the win.
Hey, yes. Love that. And to bookend this little bit, I'm going to make this a Hundo Spiritomb, an 888. 8 out of 10 from me as well, because it's looking stacked.
It is.
Really stacked as a month. The Go Wild event is already pretty mad. We've got Go Into the Wild or Into the Wild as the lead-up week. Some great legendaries. Returning Origin forms, not just for the exclusive weekend, but for the whole week that's sort of there. And there's a mini event over the course of the Japan event, which is really lovely to see. We're going to talk about the Harvest Festival very soon, but the fact that that's getting Shiny SMOLIV released is epic. Spol Hours, very content with raid hours, and honestly, the only mediocre side of that is Lugia, but there's enough in there to keep you very occupied. I am also actually, despite being the sort of person who's always out almost every evening, it's like, let's get another event. 3 evening events is actually quite a lot. The only saving grace with a max Monday is you only get a certain number of max particles per day, so you can't go too crazy, as it were.
Well, you say that. But
unless you buy them.
That's like saying you only get 1 raid pass a day.
Theoretically, I always forget you can buy the max particles because I just don't ever look at them. So you could theoretically buy the max particle packs if you wanted to and go crazy. Really, the only one I'm interested in there is the Drilbur, of course, because it's new. And the fact that it says it's not featured in the main battles, as it were. So maybe it's only featured for that Monday. I don't know. We'll have to see.
Yeah, it's not. Well, maybe they're using Max Monday.
I will be hoping
Max
that
Monday.
My power spot at work has the Drilbur on it then.
If it stays there.
For that event. But let's go back in time. We talked about November. Let's talk about the Halloween event part 2. Now, this event, it runs straight on from part 1. So Monday, October the 28th, this will kick off at 10 a.m. your local time. So tomorrow. And it will run through to Sunday, November the 3rd at 8 p.m. local time.
Very, very good, yeah. And we're going to have some Pokemon debuting. New costume Pokemon will appear during the event, and this will be Froakie and Rowlet both wearing their Pokemon Halloween costumes. And if you are lucky, they can be shiny and they can be evolved, which was something that we sort of hoped to have seen it potentially data mine before. It's now been confirmed. So you can get Greninja and Decidueye with the same costumes on when you're fully evolved. And obviously you've got your Frogadier and Dartrix as well in the middle there. So, at least you can evolve them. That's fun.
That's honestly really, really cool. Love that. And Max Battles, this was teased in a fabulous video online. Gigantamax Gengar will be featured in 6-star Max Battles from October the 31st at 10 a.m. your local time, right through until the end of the event, November the 3rd at 8 p.m. your local time. And it's going to take over the Max Battles. It has a potential to be shiny, much like the Gigantamax that were featured this weekend. It's going to be a shiny Voltorb to take down.
It's going to be a tough one. So hopefully you've got communities that can go out to do that one, because I think you're going to need a few trainers. Now, the event bonuses that we're looking at for this one, we have 2 times candy for catching Pokemon. The increased chance, well, this was actually already in part 1, the increased chance to encounter shiny Zorua in the wild. And for trainers level 31 and above, you will be able to receive Candy XL for successfully catching Mons with nice throws or better. Other bonuses for this event are, my god, they keep going on with this, the increased chance to encounter the following shiny Pokemon in raids. So you're going to have Gengar wearing a Spooky Festival costume, Umbreon, that's not wearing anything by the sounds of things, Driftblim wearing a Halloween Mischief costume, Froakie and Rowlet wearing the Pokemon Halloween costume, and we're not done, it's like an infomercial.
Never-ending song.
The increased chance to hatch the following shiny Pokemon from eggs. So, Vulpix wearing the Spooky Festival costume, Pichu, oh bless it, is back wearing the witch hat, Froakie and Rowlet wearing that Pokemon Halloween costume. And on October the 31st, Halloween Spooky Season's Climax costumed Pokemon will have a small chance to give rare candy or rare candy XL. Now, bear in mind, this is Niantic saying small chance, so do not
non-existent.
expect a lot from this. When caught with nice throws or better.
Don't expecto Patronum too much.
No.
That's like trick or treat, isn't it, there? You're going to get a trick every single time.
Oh no, there's no rare XL candy.
Some of these nice and great throws I keep making. Well, there are wild encounters on this part 2, and the following Pokemon will appear more frequently in the wild. We will get Vulpix wearing its Spooky Festival costume. We'll get Shuppet, just being Shuppet. We'll have Piplup wearing a Halloween Mischief costume. We'll have Woobat and Zorua, just present as they are. We'll have Froakie wearing a Pokemon Halloween costume. We'll have Inkai, Jesus Christ, Inkai, and Phantump being themselves again. Pumpkaboo will be wearing its Spooky Festival costume, and Rowlet will be wearing a Pokemon Halloween costume. And some trainers might even encounter the following. Yes, Pikachu wearing a witch hat. And if you're lucky, all of them may have a chance of being shiny for you. So, good luck.
I really think Inkay needs a costume.
It does, yeah.
Desperately. Now, your eggs. The important thing here is they are 7-kilometer eggs. So they're not Pokestops. You're going to have to open gifts to get these, which is where the daily Pokecoin bounty ticket will play nicely because you can open a few more. But Ian's already listed them. There's literally 4 Pokemon featured. It's Vulpix wearing its Spooky Festival costume, Pichu wearing its witch hat, Froakie wearing a Pokemon Halloween costume, and Rowlet wearing a Pokemon Halloween costume. All of them have a shiny potential, and all of them apparently have a 1% shiny boost.
A small chance of being boosted.
Speaking of things that could be boosted, your 1-star raid battles, the lovely pink eggs. They got some good stuff in them this time. Pikachu wearing a witch hat. I don't mind it.
This seems quite repetitive, don't you think?
It is quite I don't mind the repetitiveness because it gives you multiple ways to try and get them. So Froakie and Rowlet wearing their Pokemon Halloween costume. It's just the length of the name. The costumes get longer and longer every year. But those are your 3 1-star raid battles.
Yeah, your 3-star raid battles, again, they're okay. They're nothing sort of write home about. In 3-star raid battles, you will have Gengar wearing a Spooky Festival costume, Umbreon without any costume, and Driftblim wearing a Halloween Mischief costume. And again, can all be shiny. They probably won't be, but they could be.
Good luck.
And there's research for everybody here, a bit like our...
it's like Oprah, isn't it? You have some research. You have some research.
You have some. You don't pay for some. You pay some for some. You pay a little bit more for some.
We've already paid for some.
We've already got our researches. It continues through, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It does, but you've got the free timed research. And as we said, there is also a chance to throw a bit of cash at it as well. And the premium paid time research for $5, all the equivalent price in tier in your local currency. Because we've had this before, haven't we?
This is exactly the same research that we talked about in part 1. It's continuing through the rest of the event.
It's all there. Listen to last week's episode. It was a belter, but that's it again.
And the $2 ticket's exactly the same as well. It's the same one that was released for part 1. Yep.
Yeah, I wasn't going to list off much more apart from the fact, folks, if you haven't bought it, it's still available. It's $2. You get 8 Pokemon with it. It's up to you if you buy it.
You know, yeah, if you can afford it and you want it, you do get the value out of it because you're getting a lot of Pokemon encounters. And you know what? These researchers, they're not cheap, but the $5 ticket, in my opinion, is worth it if you can afford it. The $2 ticket's definitely worth it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd agree. Now, your field research task encounters thankfully shift a little bit. Because boy, oh boy, I can tell you it was very boring evolving 3 Dark type to get a Scraggy. But you were going to have a chance to find the following. Pikachu wearing a witch hat, Vulpix with its costume, Piplup, Froakie, and Rowlet, all with their Halloween costumes, respectively, with whatever name you want to tag on the end. It's up to you. Morpeko, which I really hope changes from Win 2 raids, because that was really annoying in Part 1. And some trainers might even encounter the following. Spiritomb is still in the, well, it may be Win 3 raids task still, but I hope it's not. Let's find out. And of course, all the Mega Energy for all the Dark and Ghost type Megas is still available. Actually, if you catch 15 Dark or Ghost type Pokemon, I think is what the task was. So yeah, there you go.
And a continuation from Part 1. The new avatar items and stickers will all be in there, looking the same as they did.
And let's hope they put the decor back.
They broke it on day 1 of the event, which you'll have noticed actually if you were playing it last Tuesday. Let's hope it's orange again now, shall we?
Yes, orange stops and lots of lovely little pumpkins in the background.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't endorse this often, but I will say just turn your sound effects and music on in the evenings to hear the Lavender Town music.
Put the Lavender Town music on. It's so
Smell
worth
the
it.
lavender.
Smell the lavender. Taste the lavender.
Taste the lavender.
So we talked about this one. Yes, we are jumping backwards and forwards, but we talked about this one at the beginning of the news section. The Harvest Festival, this one's going to run from Thursday the 7th of November, your local time,
Pokemon,
10 a.m., through to Tuesday the 12th of November at 8 p.m. your local time.
It is. It is. He loves the blue cow, but there are event bonuses. During this event, we've got 2 times county for catching Pokemon, increased chance to encounter shiny Pumpkabunda, I was going to say.
Oh my God, that's a callback to days gone by.
Pumpkaboo. And I always get this confused. Mossy Lure. Smirnoff Mule.
Very demure.
Very demure. Very good, Milo. But those Mossy Lure modules will attract different Pokemon during the event, such as Alolan Executor, Snorlax, which is quite cool, Pumpkaboo, and SMOLIV. And the Pumpkaboo attracted to the Mossy Lure modules will have a higher chance of being supersized Pumpkaboo than those found in the wild.
Fabulous. And some other things you potentially are going to find in the wild. They do put it as a headline. SMOLIV is going to be shiny if you're lucky. That phrase is back. God help us. But you will also be able to find the following. Oddish, which does have a chance of being Ditto.
Are these all things that would be in Mark's garden?
Possibly, yes. I mean, actually, given where he lives, Miltank would fit in there too. Execute, Hoppip. You grow a Hoppip, don't you? Sunkern, Miltank, Zigzagoon, Bunnelby. That might be eating your Oddishes, I don't know. Then you've got small, average, and large size Pumpkaboo. SMOLIV, love to see that, brand new shiny. And some trainers might even encounter the following. Super size Pumpkabunda. It's a smattering of leafy green and harvesty Pokemon. I'm going to get out my Combine Harvester.
Now, if those wild encounters didn't do enough to get your juices flowing, well, maybe the field research task rewards,
Miltank juice,
they're really not going to do much for you either. So the Pokemon that you can find within the field research tasks are Pumpkaboo, but SMOLIV. Let's hope that's a decent task. SMOLIV, again, new shiny. That one could be okay.
Catch 47 Miltank.
Well, there's also paid time research. Of course there is, but this time only the $2 US or equivalent pricing tier in your local currency one is available. But you'll be able to access event-exclusive timed research. What's timed research mean, boys?
It means you need to finish it before the event, otherwise it goes bye-bye.
It goes bye-bye.
It gives you a countdown.
But actually, looking at this, Marky, the value is actually there.
This is good value because you get 2 Mossy Lure modules, you get 1 Incensed. Hey,
yeah, it's our item.
You know?
Yeah,
cheap plug.
Item. We've got a lucky egg, and we get encounters. That's plural.
That's at least 2.
SMOLIV. Could be 5, could be 4. Probably going to be 2, but strange things have happened. We'll get 16 of the little jockers. Who knows? But
be nice.
Would be
nice, wouldn't it? But yeah, as always, you can gift tickets to friends, but you need to be friendship level of great or higher to be able to do so. And please note that all purchases are made for other traders are non-refundable, subject to applicable law and the exceptions set forth for the terms of service. Tickets cannot be purchased with poker coins. The time research expires, and any tasks associated with this time research must be completed, and the rules must be claimed for Tuesday, November 12th, 24, 8 p.m. local time. There you go.
Lovely work.
We're going to speed you up there a little bit, Mark, so it sounds like an American commercial.
No, he did that organically, trust me.
He did, it sounded really good talking about
the final bits of the article are not only going to be read a little bit slower, but they're also the Boggo standard kind of irrelevant stuff anyway. So
Boggo standard like that, Milo.
Boggo standard. You've got collection challenges. Event-themed collection challenges are coming. And you may be able to receive Stardust and Encounters with SMOLIV. Oh my god, plural again. So that means at least 2 collection challenges. There will be, of course, showcases during the course of the event, which are running. Well, the showcases run Saturday, Sunday,
SMOLIV, yes,
and then they run Monday through to Wednesday. And finally, the Pokemon Go web store is calling all its players to spend their hard cash. Head over there to spot out some deals, and trainers can get 15%. I'm not going to do that.
It might be more inconvenient, but it'll save you just a little bit of money. Yeah.
It'll save you a tiny. You'll get like $50 worth of extra Pokecoins.
Or you could go to Walmart if you're in America.
Yes, you could do. That's style, isn't it? The gift cards.
Yeah, if they work. But anyway,
that's a lot of extra bits, isn't it? A lot of news.
That's a lot of news.
I know we did it on part 1. We've missed Halloween out, but hey, Halloween's pretty much copy-paste with a few new bits in the mix. What do we think about this Harvest Festival event? This looks quite fun.
I think this potentially could be okay. It's nice to see the release of, your new favourite Pokemon only lasted a week before it got its shiny release, so we're going to have to find you a new favourite now.
The irony.
Yeah. It looks like it could be okay. I don't think it's going to be like a mega intense event, but there's certainly some good stuff in there to chase. I think for the 3 of us and for the majority of the OG player base, we're not really needing any of those shiners other than the new SMOLIV. So that is definitely going to be something that I'll be looking for. And the research, again, for $2, I definitely think I'm going to take part in that because the value is actually pretty good on that ticket for once. So, yeah, I think it looks okay. I think this potentially, again, becoming a little bit consistent with me tonight, but I think it looks like it could be a sort of 7 or an 8.
Yeah, I have to agree with you, Ian. I think any new event sort of lives or dies on the ease of accessibility for the new shiny. When there is one released as part of it, I think from what we can see at the moment, you've got a good crack at having encounters with it. Let's hope that does play out the way it suggests it could do. It's another one of those families in the game. A little bit surprised it wasn't safe for Community Day, but it makes sense. It's the Harvest Festival. It's food related. It's an olive. So that's
it's about as food as you can get, really.
It's about as food as you can get. So yeah, I'm in that same ballpark. I'm going to be generous here. I think Ian, I think I'm going to push it more for the 8, but I think it could be a 7 quite easily.
Yeah, and finally, I kind of agree with you guys. 7 or 8, it's borderline. I'm a big fan of when they drop a new shiny in an event, and SMOLIV, in terms of a shiny family, it's all right, actually. Like the olive on top of its head goes black and it becomes a little bit more pale. It's quite a nice little shiny family. Very interesting they decided to drop it. Yeah, I really would have thought they could have saved it for Community Day at some point, but dropping it straight away, why the hell not? I'm not totally against all of the spawns, to be honest. I know it was really weird. I had a lot of people very surprised when they saw Miltank coming off of Daily Incensed. I'm like, I haven't seen Miltank for years. It's been 84 years. Yeah. So now it's in an event, and that's got people hyped, which is quite interesting.
I don't need any more of them, thankfully.
No, OG players. Yeah. Good old Johto tour. That's a callback.
Oh, that is a callback, yeah.
It's very much a callback. But honestly, I'm not against having lots of chance of getting shiny boosted Pumpkabunda and all different sizes of it. And yes, SMOLIV is available in more than one way, which is fantastic. And the bonuses are really nice. Like Mossy Lures always attract interesting bits and pieces to it. And the fact that SMOLIV gets a Spol Hour on the final day of the event, I think that's class, frankly. The only thing I thought of, it's not a negative, it's just a way they could have done the event differently, but I wouldn't have liked it if they did this. because we get shiny SMOLIV. The other way they could have gone is if they dropped another Gen 9 Pokemon, Fido, because that's basically the dog that's made of bread.
Bread dog, yes.
A bread dog, but like Harvest Festival, you harvest
A bread dog?
wheat into a Fido. I'm thinking like Clarkson's Farm kind of thing, you know.
No, that would involve harvesting the wheat
the dog.
and then making the bread.
Yeah, exactly. And then it becomes a live dog. But I'm very content with the shiny SMOLIV, honestly. That was just my mind going, what else is available? What else is food?
There we go.
So some good and interesting news there. But boys, good news.
What?
Again.
We've had some more WhatsApp messages.
Really?
So yes, we love your WhatsApp messages coming through, and keep them coming. We really do like the various different voices we get to hear on this show. Now, first up, we've got Darby Russ with an update to his message from a couple of months ago. And I'm not going to steal his thunder, Whitfield, but he's got something to tell us.
Hello and happy Halloween season to you all and the listeners. Darby Russ here with a very wee update. So you may recall, I dropped you a WhatsApp message about 10 weeks ago, mainly ahead of my despair missing the Beldum Community Day Classic, but also to ask for your collective tips. After being a week one player, I was still yet to get a Shundo. Well, you probably don't need to be a genius to work out the reference to that message and then why I'm sending this one today. Because yes, it finally happened. I got my very first Shundo this past weekend.
GG's.
I managed to get the Galarian Yamask. I don't care what it is. I finally gained entry to the Shundo Club.
Good man.
It was my third from last quest check at around 5 to 5, I guess. And I saw those wonderful sparkles again. I'd done well with sparkles all afternoon, but then saw that magic number of 420 for the CP. There was absolutely no one around me for this momentous moment in my Pogo career. And then there were even fewer people around me after I yelped for joy outside of Derby Post Office.
Some people scattering.
Causing several people to very abruptly change direction and the birds to fly away. And to be honest, in my sheer confusion and panic, I forgot it wasn't going anywhere and still gave it a golden Raz and Ultra Ball. But I am buzzing.
Good man. Good man.
So, big question for you all now. What do I do with it? Leave it as it is.
Max it.
Evolve it. Yeah. Evolve it and 50 max it. Let me know your thoughts. But 10 weeks from saying that to getting a Shundo.
Congrats.
Let's say now I'm going to win the lottery. We'll see what happens in 10 weeks' time.
Hope you do.
Yes, come on, dude. Fantastic.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, the rules are with Hundos and certainly Shundos to max them. That's the basic
Definitely
rule.
level 50 max.
Yeah.
Now,
whether you evolve it or not, that's up to you, but it definitely needs maxing.
I evolve mine to Cofragrigus or whatever the hell it's called. But it's entirely up to you. As long as it's level 50 as a Shundo, if you put it in a gym, people are going to see a level 50 Yamask, which I think quite amusing. I'm on the vote of max and evolve it personally, because Cofragrigus is an even better shiny.
My vote is max, but only evolve if you want to.
Oh, there we go. And Marky's is transfer.
Transfer it, absolutely. Do it. That's weird that we got one so soon after mentioning it, though. I like that.
That is manifested.
That is really, really manifested. But boys, we do have a second WhatsApp message tonight. This one is from Sander. I think this is the first message you've sent us, but let's catch that message.
This podcast, I thought I sent a nice little message in, and I'll tell you in a second why. But first of all, this is all the way from Edinburgh in Scotland. This is Edinburgh 666 calling. And about maybe a couple of months ago, my old Samsung Galaxy S22 kind of got towards the end of its life, which made me missed the podcast a little bit because every time I listened to the podcast, as I was out walking my dog and playing the game, the battery would just almost instantly drain. So I have not been able to listen for a very long time until a few weeks ago, where I upgraded to the new Samsung Galaxy S24. And
well done, good choice.
For the last 2 weeks, I have listened to nothing but the podcast out on my walks, and I feel like you guys are now really even more a part of my life. I started at the very most recent episode, and I worked my way down to episode 178, which is 15 episodes. I've listened to over the last couple of weeks. Listening backwards is quite an interesting experience as well, where you kind of get everything sort of like in a reverse order, where you listen to somebody winning a game for like the 5th week in a row, and you're then going back towards to the episode where they win for the first time. And the reason why that happened is because if I go for the very most recent one, every time the episode is finished, it will automatically go into the next episode, and I don't really have to do much when I'm out walking. But anyway, keep up the good work, guys. Sorry, keep up the good work. And Ian, before you say anything, yes, it is a Samsung Galaxy phone. I am an Apple person, except when it comes to my phones. For some reason, I'm quite happy with my Samsung phones. Anyway, again, keep up the good work. I always enjoy listening to you guys when I'm out walking my dog, and I'm happy that I am able to do that again, and that I'm also completely up to date and looking forward to today's episode, which will hopefully drop soon for me. Take care. See you later. Bye.
Thank you for that message, Sander. Edinburgh 666.
Thank you for sending that in.
I will say, I'm flying the Apple flag. We're an Apple
flag
user.
of Apple.
We can let you off with the Samsung S24, but get the 16 Pro Max. Go on. You know you want.
Now you've just got a new phone. Replace it.
Completely Apple yourself.
Now, I'm very glad to hear that you're able to do more than one thing at a time on your phone again. That's fantastic. Yeah, because that's how my Samsung started to basically bleed away as well. If you'd want to do 2 things at the same time, it was like, hell no, I can't function. So listening backwards with episodes.
Interesting, Milo, isn't it?
Yeah.
With the length of the last 15 episodes, that is a commitment to listen to a full episode a day.
Thank you for putting up with us.
Yes, thank you indeed. Now, before we move off of the WhatsApps, we've actually got a WhatsApp message here. It's actually only in text, but I wanted to read it. It's a WhatsApp text message, and I'm not going to make a habit of reading these, but I've got the WhatsApp phone literally sat right by the computer. And this one is from Brett, phone number from Canada. Thanks for the podcast. Makes the day go by quicker. Level 50 Canadian player here. P.S. I need a stone journer.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Which next live event will you be at?
Yep, next live event you see one of us at, collar us, because we all have adequate trades.
We have
adequate henchmen. Stone henchmen.
We have stone journers coming out of our proverbials, don't we, boys?
I think I'm sat on about 20. I really should transfer some. But...
That must be uncomfortable.
They're quite hard, yeah.
Oh God. Okay. Swiftly moving on.
Stone, aren't they?
It's very rigid.
Very bumpy.
Oh, Ian, you'll be glad to know I'm sitting on 102.
I don't have that much storage to be sat on 102 of them.
Well, Milo wants to help out all those European and world-based
non-UK folk, yes.
I need to help those. Not necessarily low-level traders. I need to help those non-UK traders.
Yeah.
Oh, we could say, actually, anybody on Mankey Com Day who sees us in Cologne.
Deutschland, Köln, yes.
In Mankinis, feel free to nick a stone journal off us.
Nick a stone journal off, yeah. Well, good stuff. Nice. We love when our listeners engage with us. That
definitely.
Very much appreciated. Thank you so much.
Keep them coming. Keep them coming, please.
We like new voices as well. Talk about new voices. The goat takes over again. It's not a game.
I don't know what's happened to the goat today. It's like the most active it's ever been.
He's sat on a stone journal.
It's climbing up a stone journal. They can climb up quite interesting rocky faces.
Goats, so it's a mountain goat, is it?
Well, all goats are the same. All goats, well, they're not, are they? But they're all from them. Anyway, that's enough goat talking. We're going to get to our staple part of the show. It's the bit that we all love and enjoy because it encourages even more engagement with our show. it is time for Shinies of the Week.
Shinies of the week.
Yeah, and I'm going to start with our man, Randy Sue, Viator 12. Amazing start to Halloween.
Oh, I saw this. Yes, this is
I
brilliant.
completed the shiny. Oh, isn't it? It is fantabidocious. Amazing start to Halloween, even if only because I completed the shiny Shadow Families. Was worried my fourth and final rolls wouldn't be mailed, but he came through. And while not all, several of them were whilst listening to the boys. The boys are us, right, everyone? That's us. We are the boys.
We are Gallades.
There is. And we've got the shiny Shadow Galarian Zigzagoon, the boy routes, and all of the families, all there fully evolved. I love the perseverance. I really do.
Nice.
I've never been one for the Team Go Rocket leaders and the chasing of them, but it looks like a thing of beauty. But most importantly, using the hashtag Shinies of the Week. Well done, Randy. So very impressed.
That's some serious dedication.
So I'll jump up next, and this one is from the Incensed Campfire Shinies of the Week section. CeeLo posted just this evening, hashtag Shinies of the Week. Haven't seen many bird. So this was a lovely surprise. The bird I wanted, and it was easy to catch. 10 ultras without any berry, and it's the shiny G-bird. It's a Zapdos.
Oh,
that's just insane.
It is. I mean, it's a nice shiny. They're all nice shinies, but it does make it a lot more reassuring when you know it's not going to run on you.
Definitely. And right to use the Ultra Ball yellow.
Yeah, matches.
Shiny.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Good luck with the Ultras if anyone gets one. I want to see one of those in a red ball.
Red ball, yeah, exactly. Goodness me. Right, we're going to dive into the Incensed Patreon Discord and in the hashtag Shinies of the Week channel. We've got gold tier Kerry Young here saying, I'm getting shouted at because I haven't added his hashtag Shinies of the Week yet. So
I saw this one earlier.
Podcast, yeah. Zachary had an amazing research day. 4 hundos. That's pretty mental. 2 of each form, so Hundo's family is completed for both of them. 9 shinies, 4 normal, 5 Galarian. And then on his first ever Zorua raid, the lucky got a shiny. So shiny Zorua added into the mix as well. He had a great day and his mum isn't jealous at all, as my day was abysmal, lol. So, I mean, congrats, Zachary.
Yeah,
commiserations, Kerry.
Zachary, GG's.
Because that's one hell of a pull. Jeez. Hundo family's done, and multiple shinies and the Zorua to boot.
Yeah, crazy look.
Well, following that, we've got Joey at Joey Muck Quadruple One, and did a bit of birthday exploring today. We do encourage that.
Nice.
Whilst listening to the show. Yes, they bagged a level 1 shiny Zorua. Oh, it's a thing of beauty. The cheeky little CP14. Beautiful shiny Zorua. Hashtag Shinies of the Week. Pokemon Go, Shiny and Incensed, or Incensed podcast. That's our sister show. But thank you for sharing that with us, Joey. Lovely to have you on board the Shinies of the Week train.
Absolutely.
That's a really good pull.
GG's. I'm going to jump in next with one from the Incensed X. And this one is from Kiwi Steve 007. Francesco, calm down before I read this out because I know you're going to get a little bit wet. Shiny from the ticket. Wouldn't know without the sparkles, though. Hashtag Pokemon Go, hashtag Shiny Pokemon, hashtag Shinies of the Week, and it is the shiny witch-hatted Gengar.
Ooh, lovely.
Nice. Nice.
Nice. That paid ticket pull through. Beautiful.
Yeah, well done.
Can't really beat, well, you can beat a costume shiny, but I love costume shiny, so congrats. And to round out this week's hashtag Shinies of the Week, in the Flex It Good channel on Patreon Discord, Tony of Pride, who is a bronze member, posted, just got my second Shadundo.
Bronze.
I didn't do gold for Kerry, I'm really sorry. But yeah, Tony of Pride, bronze member, has posted, just got my second Shadundo.
Nice.
Shadundo. Is it the right terminology? I never know with these,
Shadow
but it's
Hundo,
a Shadow Hundo, a Lowland Sandshrew.
Shadundo, that's right.
Which is a really interesting one. But honestly, any Shadow Hundo is extremely rare. So
absolutely.
Well done for pushing on with the grunts. I see a Shadow of Lowland Sandshrew and leave it, personally.
Yeah, well done, Tony.
Well, you are, because you're preoccupied by catching 188 Yamasks, aren't you?
Exactly, yes. So well done, Tony, for pushing on through.
If ever there was a Mole 20 story, that is it. Push on through.
Push on through. Do your Alolan Shadow Sandshrew battles.
So, as always, fantastic Shiners of the Week. Thank you for sending them in. And unfortunately, we can't read every one you send, but believe us, we do look at them all across the various different platforms. So keep them coming. And next week, hopefully, we'll have yours to talk about. But boys, it's been a while since we played this game. Good few weeks.
It's been a while.
I think it's time to have a round of
Chasing the tail. Chasing the tail. Tail to chase. It's chasing the tail.
Yes, it's chasing the tail. And unfortunately, we can't tell you what our admin Francesco said in the chat before this game started. But before we get into the game, this is a little bit of a call to action. We are once again looking for some of you wonderful people out there to actually challenge us to a game. So if you'd like to take part in a game with us on one of our shows, please DM the Incensed X account, and we will reach out to one or two of you lucky people to jump on a future show.
I want to play a game.
But boys, chasing the tail, we know the rules. To anyone that's new to the show, this is a word association game around the names of Pokemons where we can't pause or hesitate, because if we do, we hear a... Well, we're doing the farmyard version. Okay.
Go in.
And the rules are simple. We will start with the name of a Pokemon. The next Pokemon that is spoken, that Pokemon's name must start with the last letter of the preceding Pokemon. We will go in a round-robin format until there is a pause that is too long or an incorrect Pokemon's name is said. And in which case, you will then once again hear... Will they hear hallelujah?
Hallelujah!
I thought it was the go.
That'd be interesting to hear that every single time. Hallelujah!
So the order that we're going to go today, I will start, Mark will follow me, and then Whitfield will bring up the rear.
He likes that.
I heard so.
The Stonjourner would agree.
Milo.
So let's get into this week's Chasing the Tail, and we will start with, well, we talked about it in the news, Venusaur.
Oh my god.
Routes.
Sandshrew.
Wishy-washy.
Ivysaur.
Rampardos.
Solosis.
Stonjourner.
Ooh. Reshiram.
Mimikyu.
Umbreon.
Nimble.
Espeon.
Noibat.
Terrakion.
Noivern.
Ninetales.
Didn't he do? Yeah, he did Noibat.
I know.
Sewaddle.
Eevee.
Empoleon.
Nincada.
Ampharos.
Can't think of one. SMOLIV.
The goat wanted you to win.
So I'll start the next round, and I will start with SMOLIV.
Volcarona.
Archon.
Nidoking.
Golett.
Tortuga. It sat in deadly silence.
I really was. It was like,
There's non-visual listeners of this one. Ian was just staring to the left of his screen, almost just in a trance. Like, what is this letter?
Bad letter. Bad letter.
Well played, Whitfield.
Hashtag winning with whatever Pokemon
How
it
come
was.
you're always the game lord on your own show?
Well, that didn't go well. We'll think of something fun and zesty for next week.
You're zesty.
We?
You're zesty, Milo. And
you're zesty.
Yeah. I've never heard anyone say you're fun, though, before. You haven't got the hat on for us.
You sure about that?
Actually, to be fair, he should have the hat behind him. That tells everybody that he is fun.
Needs to be reminded.
The plan's to get it mounted on the wall so it's there for all of time.
Oh, Milo, that's a bit permanent.
It'll become a Pokestop.
Yeah. Speaking about things that were there for the rest of time, should we talk about an event that shouldn't have existed in time?
Yes, please, Ian. Yes, please.
I wouldn't go that far.
It was awful.
It hasn't happened yet.
Awful.
It hasn't happened yet, Ian. Mankey Community Days, not for another few. Oh, sorry.
I'm talking about the
Community
magnetic study event that was on last week. That was probably the worst event, in my opinion, that they have done all year.
Are you sure?
I am sure about that.
I
yes.
think you're right, Ian. It's horrific. And Milo, I know you've spent ample time on all the events. You've probably got a different angle to come from here.
I do. 85 degrees.
A horrific event. But anyway, no spoilers. Milo, you're leading us off on this one.
Am I? Oh, fantastic.
Oh, you are.
So we all sort of grimaced at this event when we saw it as like, it's midweek, really random, kind of a non-entity. But, and this comes as you guys joke, yes, fine, having played almost all events of the game, I can categorically say this was not the worst event of 2024.
You're wrong. It really was.
It was down there.
Milo's wrong, Ian.
He is wrong.
But I will say this. The event was completely free, passive, and inoffensive.
Mining. Plusle. Okay, Magnemite I'll give a pass to, but two of the three featured Pokemon were
hatch
awful.
eggs.
No.
But that's irrelevant, isn't it? It's still a
Did you have
really
to
terrible
raid
event.
And that's not free, Milo. It's not free. It's not free when you have touch eggs. When you say
that's what I mean. One of the worst events, I'd argue the worst event of the year, was this year's sustainability week.
That was bad, but this was worse. Everything
was locked behind eggs that you have
in an event.
It wasn't at the weekend.
As things go, we always say you never have to play an event. That is your kind of standpoint on everything.
No.
I didn't say it was good. I just said it wasn't the worst event of 24.
In my opinion,
and very different things.
To own opinion, I think it was.
I know, and you two are not giving me the time to express mine.
Bad Milo.
So shush, Vasa.
Bad Milo.
Okay. Bad Cascada, actually. Getting very zesty over there. Honestly, as things go, if you didn't want to get Minun and Plusle, and yes, they have been out as shiny for all of time, as is the joke, and Magnemite as well has been featured as shiny plenty of times with boosts for various things. But if you didn't want to do the time research, don't do the time research. If you don't want to do the research tasks, they weren't everywhere. I know plenty of people who were actually quite happy with doing the timed research and having a little bit of shiny boost to get maybe shinies that they haven't had. Shiny, Minun and Plusle. I'd rather have them in an event like this than getting a research day, for example. Imagine if we had Minun Plusle research day, shiny boost, 1 of 10, 3-hour event, go ham for it. We wouldn't be doing that. This is quite a nice one. It had a shiny boost because I did do the time researches for the day and a handful of quests. I didn't really chase the Pokestop things, to be honest. And Plusle was very nice to me. I got 5 shinies of that thing. What I'm going to do with them is probably bin them, but hey-ho, it's a shot at a research shundo.
He loves it.
And Magnemite is by far and away not the worst Pokemon in the world. It's actually a very good Pokemon for people looking to build up an electric team. So as things go, I thought this was as a midweek event, okay, because you didn't have to do it if you didn't want to.
I disagree.
Okay, I'm going to interrupt you for the first 3 minutes of your speech,
That's
and
fine.
then I'll shush.
I will fight my corner. It was an absolutely atrocious event.
Why was that, Ian?
Because, firstly, yes, I can talk about this as a day one player. I already came into this event, and yes, I know not everybody's been playing the game for nearly 9 years. Or 8 years, or whatever it is, I can't even think, because this event melted my mind. I went into this event having like 8 or 9 of each of the shinies that were featured. Minun and Plusle are the most uninspired. Okay, Plusle I'll give a slight pass to because it's a slightly better, but certainly Plusle is the most mind-numbingly boring Pokemon and mind-numbingly boring shiny in the game. It has no reason, it has no justification for being featured in an event whatsoever because it's terrible.
I will say, and I'm not disagreeing that the event was pretty lame, but there have been events in the past where Plusle and Minun were featured in much more extensive ways.
Well,
they were featured in.
I agree.
Spring into spring.
We're talking
years
about
ago,
this
and, like,
event
in the wild everywhere.
We're talking about this event in isolation, and
I know
every day was featured around one Pokemon.
Were you physically sick when you saw that when you get a research task
I was a little bit sick in my mouth.
It.
I had to keep swallowing it. Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I know we read the news out, but you can delete the research task. You know that.
Well, no, but as a player of the game, I tend not to. I will tend to do them. It doesn't mean, again, and I know you're doing the whole, yes, I'm being positive about this, and maybe you did genuinely enjoy it, but if you did,
I'm just being unnegative, shall we say.
I'm being truthful.
But electric things have positives and negatives, Milo. So
and electrons.
Yes.
They have pluses and minuses.
Yes.
And I genuinely... Firstly, I dislike midweek events when the general public mostly have to go to either school or work, can only play it in the evening. I mean, you're in a very sort of favourable position that you can spend time. I mean, granted, I really, my heart goes out to you for actually playing it for like multiple hours a day, because 5 minutes a day was way too much time for me to put into this event. It was absolutely, seriously, I really struggled even turning the game on for those 3 days. Genuinely, I really was just totally over it. It was just the worst event, in my opinion, this year. Come on, Barrow, balance this out or side with one of us.
He's going to be in the middle of the scale.
I'm going to be honest with you. I think when they sort of made it clear that this event was going to be played, the way I described this event, it was almost like there's a little sign saying if you want to enter this really unpopular venue, there's a door around the back and there's a tiny sign pointing you in its vague direction. But when you get around the corner of it, you still have to really look for it. And the way they put it on those 3 days during the week, it felt a bit like that. It was a bit like, you know what? No one's going to love this event. There might be some people that, want the Pokemon featured in it. And, I do have a soft spot for Plusle and Minun.
Really?
But
I know you do Plusle. I didn't think you did for... I know you did for Minun. I didn't know you did for Plusle.
No, in fact, Ian, you're probably right. I by the end of it, Plusle, I just went, why? I went, why? Now,
it's the worst shiny in the game.
I'm going to be a little bit...
That's not true.
What was that?
I said
that's not true.
Plusle is the worst shiny in the game. It goes like barely half a shade of red darker.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so, I mean, I think that, they could have mixed it up a bit, put 3 other electric Pokemon in it. I think there were poor shouts. I think they could have easily gone for Ian's favourite Chinchou. That would have been quite fun.
He'd have been thrilled.
Maybe a Low and Geodude in there. And Helioptile to finish it all off. I think that would have been probably a little bit more exciting. But listen, I'm going to sum it up. I didn't play it much. There wasn't a want to play it much. Plusle trolled me for giving me 2 hundos in the flipping research stat.
No kidding. Nice. You only need 1 if you need it.
And I thought I needed it, and actually then it trolled me more than I had one already. So I've now got 3 flipping hundo Plusles sat there.
You've got to max them. That's the rule.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Mark's halfway to a Plusle level 50 team right there.
Absolutely. I have got a hundo Minun as well prior to this event. So now I've got the little the pair sorted. Magnemite hates me, and all those research tasks were horrific. But I did get a shiny Plusle. Minun on the final day.
The blue one, yeah.
The green one, the mint green one, which is nice. I think that's
lovely.
It's good shiny.
It's a lovely shiny. And but yeah, it was not an inspiring event. And I think our scores out of 10 are probably going to reflect that, aren't they, Milo?
Probably, yeah. I honestly think this was like very middle of the road in terms of events. Like, it's not the hypest thing, hence it's midweek and featuring Pokemon that, I'd say 2 of them are not exactly the most awe-inspiring thing. Magnemite, I've got a bit of a soft spot for,
It likes you Pokemon as well.
It didn't this time round. I will say that Plusle was very much the firm favourite when you pull 3 shinies from the timed research itself. But at the end of the day, it was a free event. You just had to spin and catch some stuff if you wanted to get the time research done, but you were under no obligation to do so. I'll give it a 5 out of 10.
Wow.
If it had been on a weekend, it would have been a 3.
That is very generous, Whitfield, and
yes.
Please pass whatever you've been drinking over to me. This event was...
the finest Hawkstone.
This event was nowhere near a 5. It was lackluster. It was uninspired. It shouldn't have existed. I'm gonna give it a point for Magnemite because I do have a soft spot for Magnemite. But this event was a 2 for me. It was absolutely diabolically bad.
I'm going to call back right now to when I gave something a 2 and you gave me such a hard time. It was the bug out event of something and you're like, a 2? Oh my God, we never give anything a 2.
I know. You set the precedent, boy out.
Is Marky going to break even?
No, I mean, I think we all know the event was done for new players and or certainly aimed at them or people that had a bit of free time during the week. I think is probably the balance on there.
I think there's only Milo out of all of the creators that made a video for it.
Well, notice I took the full 3 days to do it.
And it's still trending like a star, bless it. And
like a stabbed rat.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think 2s do have a place in the game. I think I've probably almost given an event a 2 before. I think this was just, again, Pokemon Go isn't all-encompassing. It isn't inclusive. We know that, even though we want to believe it is. The game isn't. No. We know that. That event was quite a nice void filler. It did something. Don't really know what it did.
Before you give your results, Mark, can I ask a question, genuinely? Would you rather have no event than this abomination of an event?
Absolutely.
Yeah, me too.
No. Because the thing is that there were no spawns feature, there were no exclusive raids or eggs or anything, so it was normal gameplay anyway.
Bad Milo. Anyway,
it didn't have, thankfully, Plusle and Minun coming off of daily. Daily Incense wasn't clogged with them. The game was absolutely normal, except you had some free research at the side.
Milo, I'm going to say it again. Get down!
And this will now be cut because I have the power.
And it will be put back in.
And I shan't be sending Ian the project.
Oh, you two, your editing talk. Oh, I feel like you play Piggy in the Middle with me over here. But
yeah, cheeky. You know what? Cheeky LeChonk.
Oh, Sue's with Milo. Yeah,
of course she is.
To be fair, Sue, we like the balance. We like the balance. That's one thing the game's got is balance. We know that. But I think it was an event that didn't really offer a lot. And I think the fact it didn't have any spawns, didn't have anything in eggs, didn't have all the things that's just been aforementioned, or if it doesn't make the edit, you won't know what I'm on about. But I think the point is that all those things almost confirmed it wasn't really an event. You know, even Pokemon Go, it feels like a bit like, you know what, we're not going to put any of that in it. We're just going to give you this through researchers, you know. So it was quite lazy, in my honest opinion, and we're all entitled to one of those. And
being lazy.
Did it do anything for me? No, it didn't. Did I get anything out of it I needed? I didn't need anything, and that's just the position I'm in. Did it allow me to complete something I felt that I needed? Well, I actually thought I needed a Hundo Plus Sword. The fact I already had one, and then it's trolled me with 2, has probably made me more aggrieved now.
You ask and you should get 2.
And I agree with Ian, it's the worst shiny in the game. So did I think it was a 2? Possibly, actually. But I did get a shiny Minun, and those mint green ears are delightful. So, as Craig Revel Hall would do on Strictly, I'm going to find something that means I can give it a 3 out of 10. But that's about all it's going to get because, you know, personally, I was just doing the researches each day. They were easy, which was something. And I think that's probably the only positive from the event. Oh, do you like that positive from a magnetic event? Do you see what I did there?
Positivity for Plusle.
Positivity for, no, for mine and Milo.
Well, that's not right.
You know what they should have done with this event? They should have reversed the polarity.
Oh, given Plusle a decent
shiny.
So
the shinies get reversed.
Old Doctor Who
Imagine
reference.
that.
Yeah.
I'm aware, don't worry.
Are you? Do you get that on? You surprise me sometimes, Milo. Very good. Doctor Who's been around since day one.
Also, that is the worst shiny, Gengar.
It's barely noticeable. It's about
the worst ghost shiny
by a country mile.
It's the worst ghost shiny. Yeah,
I'd say it's on par. I would say you definitely say it's on par. Yeah,
but we have to wait and see what Mega Plusle looks like shiny form because like Mega Gengar is amazing. The ghostly white Mega.
Ooh.
But hey, do you know what? That's good. That's what we like about it. You know, events that do split opinion, even though it was probably more weighted towards it being a negative than a positive. Nice. But that's what we're here to do. We're here to be honest and
truthful.
So that's a little bit of fire actually there discussing the event.
That was like the old days actually. Where
upcoming the fire study event.
Oh goodness gracious! Don't manifest it. Do not manifest.
Bad Milo.
It.
Down Milo.
Bad Milo.
What would be featured? Camera ups.
But anyway, Milo, insert hilarious reference to the poll.
We're inserting what and where? It's time for...
So we had a fun question today. It was a fun one. Yeah, I don't have the hat on, but I think it was fun. And we were all given the chance to
I'll
get...
post it to you.
But then you won't be fun anymore.
Oh, yeah. It might have
Live with that.
taken your fun away so easily.
The fun is on the way in the mail.
Oh, I just thought Milo's got a fun house.
It was Pat Sharp, wasn't
A
it?
lot of fun. Prizes to be won.
Yeah.
Okay, they're now diving into the archives.
Milo's thinking,
We haven't had to dive...
90s. I wasn't around in the 90s, for most of the 90s.
Two blondies with the girls.
Melanie and Martina.
They had little go-karts, didn't they?
Yeah.
They got little
Little
tokens of time
cheerleaders, yeah.
tokens. Yeah. You wouldn't make a show like that nowadays, would you?
You
Anyway,
get away with that show these
great.
days.
a guy with a mullet and two cheerleaders, that's family-friendly content. But yes, we have the poll results. The boys have been given the chance to get rid of a Pokemon of their choice.
Mine and a Blossom. We should have done it.
No.
You had your opportunity, Ian.
I know. I still think my choice is valid.
You see?
So,
not the worst event ever.
Here we go then. So redacted, crossed out, but the ridicule that the record showed its existence.
We love you, TPCI.
We love you, TPCI. So I asked people to vote, repost, and comment with their choices. So let's do the results first. We had 34 votes on our Pokemon-themed poll tonight.
34 is getting worse.
Shorter one.
It's getting fewer votes.
Just a short one, Todd. It's only on for 25 minutes, so
Okay.
we had more votes than minutes. A bit like Milo with Yamask Research.
Yeah, there you go. It's a good ratio.
It's a good ratio. So, in joint third place, with 15% of the vote, we had Pikachu.
You put it down.
Yeah. And Tornadus was in there with joint 15%.
All right, shout out whoever voted Pikachu.
Poor Pikachu.
Nice.
Absolutely. I
Poor
agree.
Dave.
Poor Pikachu. Poor Dave.
Dave.
So, in second place, with 26% of the vote.
Ooh.
Well, it wouldn't be standing on the podium, it'd be floating. It is the translucent Solosis, which is in second
People
spot.
like the testicle.
People must do, yeah.
So, top place with 44%,
Wow.
and very much a line down because it's had its water removed from its bowl. It's Bruxish. No love for Bruxish.
Just definitely.
Nobody likes
Wow.
Bruxish, yeah. That was a very, very good pick, Marky. Definitely.
I think so. So we had some fun comments. We like the comments. Keep the fun going. Barside 2 has put no slack off. I'm voting slack off anyway.
How dare
Especially
you.
after Dortmund.
How dare you?
Sue's put Hermes Ninja's put a vote for Solosis. Not because of its objectionable design, but because it took me almost 2,000 checks to get that shiny.
Wow.
So I'm voting for it out of spite. That's legit, right? I think it is.
Damn.
Thomas at 96_Tom L has put Pikachu is overrated and it gets extremely repetitive whenever a new costume debuts. Like, yeah, it's nice, but at the end of the day,
I like Pikachu with the upcoming Tornadus hat.
it's just another Pikachu.
Yeah. Or its
Or a
latest
Plusle
incarnation with a Saurion.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good, though.
Lee Bancroft at Bancy84 has put Solosis has to be the only answer here. Let's be honest, it is a testicle.
Yeah.
We all know it. But Bruxish is a very close second, though, with the eyes out there. Two more here. Lucy Davis has put definitely Bruxish. It's such a weird looking fish, and its shiny version, it looks like a clown. Yeah, it has got it vibes about it, actually. And Charlie Todd's put, boys, you forgot all of the above button. Well,
Yeah,
that would have
yeah, fair point.
yeah.
Go on, Elon.
but yeah, Mark Bailey, to round this one out, has put honourable mentions to Swirlix and Munna, I think. I voted Bruxish, though. There's just something about it that doesn't connect for me. Swirlix and Munna have the same vibe. I guess it must be someone's favourite, but I'm not sure whose.
Oh, they're good picks, to be fair. Like, Munna would have been something I went for, but it's got a good shiny. Mushana, we should have gone with that.
Oh, we should have gone for that.
That thing's
yeah,
hideous.
yeah.
That's hideous.
Yeah.
It's not nice, is it?
No, but Swirlix is okay because it's... You know,
Munna's cute in a way, isn't it? Even though Munna's just... Munna looks cute.
Munna's cute and it's got a good shiny. As soon as you go to Mushana, its shiny is sort of... The umbilical cord becomes purple.
Yeah, Mushana's not good.
No, it looks weird.
As things go, that's fairly repulsive.
Yeah, it just looks like placenta.
Well, there we go. They are these votes. They're in. And that was fun. That was
The
good.
placenta Pokemon.
The placenta Pokemon.
Where's this come from?
Fireworks.
That's more grand.
Well, it is more grand because people having birthdays in October seems extremely rare. So we have got one of you out there listen to us in October. So let me think now. February. Yeah, February, everyone's wrapped up staying indoors. Is it not a nice time of year?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, 9 months from February, Milo, is October. So there we go.
I thought you were going somewhere totally different with that, Mark.
I wasn't sure where he was going. But anyway, we have got somebody with you're thinking about the tour, aren't you, Milo? Anyway,
I was. I think if we time it right, we'll give away for Milo's birthday and mine.
Yeah. Well, we have got an October birthday. Thank you for sharing it with us. Yes, there is one. It's Mally 081095, which I'd probably imagine is their birthday, actually. Oh, no, their birthday's on October the 7th. God, that's weird. I thought it was 08 of the 10th, 95. But their birthday is on October the 7th. And a very happy birthday to you. Thank you for sharing that with us. It was nice to get you in before the month was out.
Oh, there was another birthday I saw, actually, somewhere.
You mean there's more than one birthday in October?
Let's pick a famous person's birthday and make it they wrote into the show. Famous birthdays
Famous birthday in October.
Let's do that for jokes.
Find somebody who's been dead for 200 years.
Yeah, let's do that. Google always does a date for them, doesn't they?
Yeah, definitely. Who's written in now, Mark?
Well, we've got one here from the land down under, and he must have got the message about me wanting him to play me in my film. But yes, thank you to Huge Jack Man.
Huge Jack Man.
That is 56. But actually, it's Hugh Jackman's birthday. He is 56 on October the 12th. So big happy birthday to you, Hugh. Nice of you to write
so
into the show.
He had a Mega Marwell raid day for his birthday.
He sure did. And he's
nice.
A fan of the show. Lovely. Thank you, Hugh.
Huge thank you.
Brilliant. And Lizzie Fluffy Capaldi, thank you as well. Your birthday is on the 23rd of October. So you'll get that nicely in time when the show drops. So there we go.
Happy birthday, Raid Hour.
And M, Fishlungs 95, it is your birthday on the 18th of October. So we hope you had a lovely time for it.
And yeah, hope you all had or are going to have a happy birthday. Happy birthday for October, if it's your birthday.
Yes, happy birthday, October, peeps.
And we are a little bit late with this one because normally we do it at the beginning of the month, but we thought we'd leave it to the end this time, didn't we?
As a closer.
Well, there we go. That is it. 194 is done. It's closed. The door is finished. And as you all listen to this, it'll be dropped on my favourite number, which is always a little bonus.
Nice.
It is nice indeed. We hope you enjoyed it. And if you didn't as well, we do take critique. Probably more favourably than negative vibes. But yes, please. We don't know. But please leave us a review. That'd be much appreciated. Apple preferably, because you can actually put words on it. We do like a Spotify 5-star rating as well. But either way, if you could make contact and let us know how you felt about it, that would be good to hear. If you haven't done so already, please hit that follow and subscribe button on the platform you choose to listen to our show on. If you haven't done so already, that way it just means it gets delivered to your inbox or delivered to your device. Well, unless your phone breaks, it might stop you from listening to it. That was a Samsung boom. Anyway, please follow us across our social media platforms. That includes X, Instagram, and ETC. What platform ETC is? Oh, that's etc. Right, there we go. At Incensed
great
podcast. It's a great platform. At Incensed Podcast to keep you updated with all the latest stuff. Please use the world famous hashtag Shinies of the Week. If you want to be featured in the Shinies of the Week section. Yes, GOAT, that is SHINIESOFTHEWEEK.
Clarify the spelling, please.
As you both asked so nicely after the GOAT, Chris and Kyle, that is SHINIESOFTHEWEEK.
Nice.
I could hear a click. I didn't know where that was going then. And preferably use our social media platforms if you want to potentially be featured. It is at this time of the show we like to give a big shout out and thank you to our Patreon members. The power of Patreon is a lovely, safe way for fans, supporters, people who just enjoy content to support their favourite content creators. And without Patreon, it wouldn't allow us to do, the show. Let's be really honest with you. We've done a couple of video releases 2 of the last 3 weeks. Just doing that on top of it adds a good dozen hours more onto the edit for a normal audio edit. And I know you guys and girls who love the show, listen to it, enjoy what we create. But sometimes, we are humble. We don't really mention that too much. But yes, the Patreon allows us to put that time in and spend that little bit more resource on producing the show that we do. It does make a massive difference. Thank you to our silver and bronze Patreon members. We really do appreciate that support. And we also, as part of the Patreon membership perks, is probably the right way of using it, we do like to read out our gold member patrons as part of the show.
Gold!
They are JB, Clifford Mert, Darby Russ, Kerry Ann Zachary, Barside 2, Mandy Croft, Mr. Mossam, and Dean DHL. Thank you all so very, very much. You do make the difference. We do also like to thank our awesome admin team. We've referenced them quite a few times, but a massive thank you to Hermes Ninja, Sue, and I Am Pyrus. We do really appreciate your support. It doesn't go unnoticed. So there we go. It is done. Thank you for tuning in to listen. Have a great week, whatever you're doing.
Hold on there, Marky boy. Boys, good news.
What?
Of course, on October the 29th, there is a Spotlight Hour. Don't know what it is quite yet.
Hang on there, Whitfield. Yes, we do. This coming week's Spotlight Hour will be Rowlett and Froakie wearing their Halloween costumes with 2 times candy for catching. And I'm not quite sure why Niantic kept this a secret until the Friday before.
Fantastic.
And on that eerie bombshell, we will see you all next week.
Nice.